Hello everyone, and today I have with me the amazing Aaliyah. I am Mara, by the way, and I had a question for her. I was going to ask, what advice would you give the incoming freshmen?
Yes, so I would tell incoming freshmen, particularly those in the psych major, because you guys have a lot of papers, that you should wait until the absolute last minute to start your paper, preferably maybe around midnight the night before. And yeah, just crank it out. Take like 7 hours, don't sleep. It's gonna really produce the highest quality work imaginable, and you're gonna feel absolutely great about it, and you'll get straight A's everywhere. So that's my advice.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that advice. I would also like to add that you should totally, after your psych classes, start to psychoanalyze all of your friends, because why would you not do that? You know, you gotta apply the information to them. And yeah, I hope this information helps you.
Disclaimer, I am doing this video because as a commuter, I do not have any friends. Or I could not make any friends. So please take my advice in the video. So Giselle, what is some advice you would give to upcoming PLNU students? Thanks for asking, and I'll tell you. Some advice that I would give to upcoming PLNU students would be major in something that doesn't interest you. I mean, if you hate children and you dislike talking to people and not collaborating at all, I think child development is such a great major for you, you know? Yeah, I think so. I think that is the right idea, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a commuter, so technically what advice would you give them? Alright, a commuter as a PLNU student, it's so easy. I enjoy traveling 2 hours of my day, going to just a horrible campus where it just doesn't focus on the emphasis of my study. I think that's so true and genuine, and I believe that taking the longer route without a GPS is such an amazing thing to do. That is true. Can you do a little more emphasis on that? Yeah, thanks for asking. So what I would suggest, well, you know, you have to study. Coming into college, studying is just a little side thing that you should do, but honestly, sometimes I suggest studying while driving to school. You know, I think it gives you a little sense of freedom and maybe time. And obviously, you know, don't sort out any time management that lacks the importance of having that motivation, that stress as a college student. Well, you know, I really hate talking to people, and I feel like mental health is just not the right thing for me. But I heard that you can read people through your minds. I heard that. Well, I mean, if you dislike people and you dislike talking, I would suggest going into psychology. That is the right major for you. Yeah, it's great. Well, you know, now that I know that I should study while driving, not having any time management skills, and majoring in something that doesn't interest me, such as psychology, because I don't like talking to people, what kind of self-care would you give? Self-care? Self-care. What kind of self-care would I give? Do we even have self-care? Yep, I really do. I do. I wake up at 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. because that's when I have the courses on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Tuesdays. So technically, that gives me enough time for self-care. You know, sometimes when I'm studying in the car or whatnot, to, you know, have a little time management skill thing going on.
Okay, I'm here with Brian, and I have one question for you, Brian. What advice would you give incoming freshmen at Point Loma?
If I were to give advice to freshmen attending Point Loma, I would say you should never go to a single chapel. Your parents will really appreciate the fines adding up in your account. Yeah.
Really solid advice, thank you. To add on to that, I think I would say to make sure you never talk to your professors. Don't even bother building any sort of relationship or connection with them. They don't really care about you or your success. And it's just not worth your time to even try to talk to them. They can't help you in any way. You're on your own. Don't even make eye contact with them during class. Just in and out as fast as you can. Do whatever you can to get that degree. Doesn't matter. And do it all by yourself with no help. All right. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Carla, and here we have Sam. Sam, what advice would you give to incoming freshmen to do well in their courses?
Okay, so I would recommend at least showing up 5 minutes late to class, especially after lunch, because you know you got to keep the brain nice and going, and it needs food in order to understand lectures. So I think at least 5 minutes, the more the merrier, to be honest, because your health is a lot more important. So I definitely recommend that.
That's excellent advice. I would add on to that and say never proofread your assignments. Just write it out. You know, don't check your citations.
Yeah.
Don't check your spelling. Don't check your grammar. Just submit it, and you will get the best scores this way. You will, if you get a 50, that boosts your grade. So
Yeah.
do these things and you'll do great.
Yeah. Best is to succeed.
Perfect. Thank you guys.